So the first question is very similar to your homework. Second question is very similar, but I gave that question initially, you know, the way I have written this is little different. The second question. Otherwise, if you transform that into the decimal way, it's going to be the same as before. First of all, do the first one. Done. Okay, 100. Your brother just submitted you a Gmail. Your brother just submitted you a Gmail. So I will add you to the classroom and you can see the most of the things. Okay. Did you add me? Did I add you to the classroom? I did, right? So you are in? You are in, right? Amasha, you are in my classroom. So 3 people, right? Okay. So you are not in my classroom. You are in classroom. Are you in the classroom?
No.
No. But did you give me your email?
I haven't checked. I'll go have a check today.
Yeah, check it.
I did check.
You check it every day because I
did check it.
keep uploading.
I'm gonna check today.
That you remember your father's or your dad's Lahiri. Lahiri what? What's that? Okay, let's look at this. First of all, this one, 0.0005. So you can write this one 1, 2, 3, 4 places here. So 5 into 10 to the power 4. And then minus 2. You see that? Multiplication, this one, you don't have nothing to do. It's just 5.05. Multiplication, this one, you have to bring it here. Right? Now what you have to do, don't remove, so that's fine. So your daddy is going to come here in the right? So can you give the email from the email? She's here. The thing is here. What are your email? What is your email?
HDLs@gmail.com.
Say it again.
Heisha,
H.
ESHA,
Asia.
DEALWIS
Ah.
@gmail.com.
Asia. Yeah, it's okay. So Indonesian Center. So you can. So now here, is there any problem with this? If you have any problem, please let me know.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. So, understand, Kevin, David, if you have a decimal like that, the decimal point, you can bring the decimal point into to the right side. right? And put it over here. So how many jumps you are going to have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps. So if you are going for 4 jumps to the right hand side, you do -4. If you are going left, you do +4. Right? It's like this, guys. Look at this. Suppose you have 1, 2, 5.165, right? So you have this. Please watch. Now what you need to do is, this is a decimal, right? This is a decimal number, right? So if you need to jump this one, if you want to bring this decimal point to here and here, how many jumps are there? 2 jumps, right? So once you put 2 jumps, what would be the result? Naveen, pay attention. 125, 16 here, put the decimal here, right? And 5. So it should be here, right? Like here. Make sense? Now when you go right side, you are multiplying this one by how many slots you went? 2 decimals, right? So you put -2. When you go right, it's minus. Okay? For example, you have 125.165, the same number. Now you need to bring this one left. 1, 2. 2 slots left. Then if you write it 1.25165, now 10 to the power what? Huh? 10 to the power? No. You brought this one 2 times, right? So it should be 2, but it should be +2. Plus is when the decimal point is jumping to the left. Minus is when the decimal point is jumping to the right. Any questions you can ask. These are like grade 3, 4, 5 math I am teaching, right? But in a little advanced way, maybe. Right? So you can say minus power when jumping to the right, plus power when jumping to the left. We are going to discuss many advanced things after clearing the basic things, right? So when clearing these things, the advanced things we can go like this. Why? Because you have the basics right. Yeah? Okay, so do this one. Understand the question, yeah? 565.116. Right? I need to write this one. 565.1.16 and 10 to the power. What should be in the box? 5.65116. Here, this can be written as 5.65116, 10 to the power. What should be in the box? Right? Write down the thing should be in the box. And then 565.116. I need to write this 565.116 dot here at the last 10. What it should be here. Then finally 565.116. I should have the decimal here. 565.116. What should be here in the box? Okay. So write down this and then answer these 4 questions first, quickly. If you are done, let me know. You should be comfortable, right? Yeah. So do it. I forgot your name.
Shelby.
Shelly. Shelly.
Shelby.
Sheldon.
Sheldon. Okay, Sheldon. Sister.
Jessica.
Jessica. Oh, I can remember that. any questions, please let me know too, so that I can help you. Question? Done? Brent, done? I wrote the theory on top, you can see, yeah? So, because we are going from the beginning, right? So we identify when the decimals are moving, like how to deal with the power. Okay, the first one, let's do, done? Okay, first one, I'll do it for you. This is the original one, yeah? I'm moving this decimal to where? I'm moving this decimal to here, right? Here. Here. Right? I'm moving how many, I'm going how many jumps? One jump. To which direction? Right direction. If I go to right direction, what would be the sign? Minus. How many jumps? One. So it should be one jump going to right minus. Very easy. It's very easy. See how many jumps and the direction. That's it. Okay. So the second one. Now we are jumping one here, another one here. So I'm jumping. How many jumps I am going to have? 2 jumps, right? So I'm going to put 2 here. Which direction? Left. Plus or minus? Plus. See? Here, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3 jumps, right? All good? To right. Minus or plus? Minus. Very good. Boom. Right? Otherwise, it is very confusing, right? I mean, jumping right to left, many number of jumps. You know, if you have a complicated one, you have to stretch your head and think, okay, is it minus, plus, right? So if you have this structure, you can do it like that. Okay? So why I'm doing this individually? Because you see here, when you do questions, that knowledge is coming, right? So we can quickly apply that. So now here, 1, 2, 3, 3 to left. If it is left, what is going to happen? That's it. Right? Now guys, I'm going to erase this one. I will do it from the beginning. Right? Now look at this. Okay. You went, right?
Yeah.
Yevon, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yevin. Okay. You understand that? Yeah. Now,
0.0005, I need to write 5 point, okay, 0.0005 point here times 10, fill the blank. Okay. Now, if I want to bring this decimal point to here, I have to have 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps. So I have to have 4 jumps. 4 here. Which direction? To right. Minus, right? Got it, Putha? Got it? Huh? Understood that? Now here, can you see that is given 0.0005? I need to write this one, the inside one, inside, okay? 5.0, you can put 0 here, doesn't really matter, right? So you can put 0 here, doesn't really matter. So 5.0, 10 to the power minus 4 and 2 minus. This minus 2 is here. Inside, I change into here using that knowledge. Make sense? This guy, do you need to do anything to this guy? No. Why? Because one number, I mean, there is a decimal here and there is a number before the decimal, right? So we have the structure already. Structure means there should be a number before the decimal. See? There is a number before the decimal. Right? So 5.05 then multiplied with 10, 2. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay. So I'm going to do this, that one. So you get the video, right? You get the video. I'm taking the video here. So when you go home, you can watch the video and you can see like how I taught you, right? And you can sort of have it with you. Okay. Did I discuss index laws last week? Index laws, right? How many index laws I discussed? 4 or 3? Just check. 4? 3? Okay. Again, index laws. I'll give you a small brush. First one. 2, 3 multiplied with 2, 4. What would be the answer? This guy is called the base. This is base. This guy is called what? Power. Power. Now here, common base. Different powers. Multiplication. This is not a plus actually, okay? Can you see? Common base 2, 2. Pay attention here. You can write later. Actually, you don't have to write. I get the video. But you can write, but pay attention here. Common base 2, 2. Different powers, yes, 3 and 4. Multiplication, where is the multiplication here? If this criteria is going to be satisfied, you can write the answer 2, the powers are additive. So if that happens, we call it powers are additive. So it would be 3 plus 4, 2, 7. Right? Understand? So this is the law number 1 in index laws. Right? So this bit is the first law. Example, 5 minus 3 times 5, 5. What would be the answer? When you get something like this structure should be in your head. Right? So program it in your head. Store it in your head. How do you understand that? Same base, 5, 5. Multiplication, different powers. Then the powers are additive. That means minus 3 plus 5. What is minus 3 plus 5, guys? Plus 2. 5, 2. That's our answer. All good? Next one. 10 minus 2 times 10, 3. Quick, what is the answer? Easy. Right? Easy. Okay, now you can write it down quickly. I think everybody knows here, like this class is a pre-selective school class. I'm training you to the selective school, right? I'm not training you to your school exam. I'm not training you for your school day-to-day work. Strictly, I'm training you to Melbourne High, Nossal, Macro, to that entrance. Okay? And some other scholarships. In your school, you might do something else, not these kind of stuff, right? But I'm giving you some theory to the right depth because you are acquiring it in the future. Yeah. And if you are doing like some SEAL program here and there, I think the SEAL program is coming up, right? Very soon, right? Is it? Yeah. This will help, but I'm not covering as much as you want, right? So try to do that by your own, because we don't have much time to train you for that. Just 1 month, I guess. Yeah. Kishan, all good? Okay. I'm going to do this here. Second law. If you have 2, 3 and 2 here, something like this, right? We call it power of a power. You can see power here, there is another power, right? We call it power of a power. Can you see here? This is a power, right? This is a power, right? You can see outside there is another power. This is the second power. Right? If you see power of a power, how do you simplify that? 2, you are going to multiply these 2. 3 times 2, it's going to be 2, 6. That is another technique. Example, if you have 5, 5, 2 minus 4. What would be the answer? 5, 2 minus 4. What would be the answer? 5 minus 8. Six. Good. This is our second law. These are very easy, you can see it's very small. Second law. Another example. 10 to minus 5. 10 minus 2, 3. 10 minus 2, minus 2. Tell me the answer. Okay. So what is the answer here? 10 what? Minus 10 here. Minus 6 here. 10 what? 10 minus 4? Huh? Ten minus 4? I don't know. All good? Any question? Any concern? Yeah, me. Any questions, sir? Last one is wrong. This is correct. This is correct. This is wrong.
Is minus and minus equal to plus?
This should be 10 plus 4. Why? Because minus multiplied with minus is going to be plus. Minus multiplied with plus is going to be minus when it is multiplied. Plus multiplied with minus is going to be minus. Similarly, plus multiplied with plus is going to be plus. All good? Let me. Got it?
I put 4 just for not the minus.
You did plus 4?
No, I just put 4.
Oh yeah, this really matter. 4 means plus 4. Yeah, right answer. Yeah, 4 means plus 4, right? Yeah. Okay, now law number 3 I'm going to discuss now. Oh, before that, we'll do another question. Before that, we'll do another question here. If you have 10 minus 2 times 10, 3, 4, how do you do this? This is a very good question. You have to understand how to do this. Even in VC, this will help you humongously. Even in VC. These fundamentals.
answer. Okay. Let me do this one. Amasha, forward. So, I will try to attack the problem in two different ways. Okay? So, let's see. First of all, 10 minus 2 times 10, 3, 4, right? Inside, you can see inside you have law number 1. Law number 1. So inside, first one what I am going to do is law number 1. Right, inside. So if I do that, this is going to be 10, 1, 4. Why 10, 1? Minus 2 plus 3, 1. Amasha, if you have any problem, please let me know. You understand or not? Sure? Later on, I will catch you all. I'll give you a test. Catch you all if you understand or not.
That's next week.
Huh?
Is that next week? Is that next week?
My tests are pop-ups, okay? Did you know that?
My brother told me.
Yeah. So even in VC, it's pop-up. Yeah, your brother knows better. Your brother knows better. Your sister knows better. It's all pop-up in VC. Right? So in selective school, grade 7, pop-up. Why I give you pop-up? That's how I can make you good. Right? Because I need to see your intelligence, your knowledge, how much you have absorbed. If I give you a pop-up, you are not prepared, right? Then I can see how much intelligent you are. How your thought process, how much you can think. Right? If you are prepared, right? Preparation means a sort of a memorization, right? If you prepare for exam, you memorize many things, right? That is not your intelligence. That is not the right education. When you grow, so grade 7, 8, 9, 10, VCE. You know, when you are in year 10, you start VCE. Your brother, your sister, they start VCE when they are in grade 10. Why? Because they are accelerating, right? Some of the subjects. So in a couple of years' time, you are going to do VCE, you are accelerating it, right? So those people, the testers, they will test you like that. They will test your intelligence, how much you can think. It's not how much you prepare, right? How much you can think. Right? So that's why I'm giving you a pop-up test, so that I can measure you and I can teach you, I can show you a force. Yeah. Okay. So 10 minus 2 times 10, 3, it's going to be 10, 1. Then what I'm going to do, second one, I'm going to apply law number 2. Law number 2 means 1 times 4 is going to be 4. 10. Okay? My second approach, ten minus 2, 10, 3, 4 outside. First of all, I will apply second law. Law number 2. When I apply law number 2, you can see, okay, this is very important, guys. Look at this. Very important. Maybe, very important. Look at this. 10 minus 2, 4 here. You are going to multiply with this. Why I am using law number 2? So it's going to be 10 minus 2, 4 minus 8. Around, you okay? Then I'm going to put this multiplication over here. Which multiplication? This multiplication. So I'm doing step by step very slowly, so understand the process.
Okay. Then I'm going to use law number 2 here, where I'm going to multiply 3 by 4. It's going to be 10, 12. Done. Then if you look into this one, you can see law number 1, because this is the structure of the law number 1. Second one, you apply law number 1. So if you apply law number 1, it's going to be minus 8 plus 12. Answer would be 4. Can you see the same answer? Right? And I really appreciate Hesha did this way. Right? So that means he understands this, right? So, but this is for you, this is a shortcut. Who followed the shortcut? This is another way. Okay? Ready now, quick. I don't know, good. Forgot the name again. No. Sheldon, right? Sheldon, right? You Brendan, right? Brendan Sheldon. I'll try to do it. It will take some time. I have a very bad memory. Asia, right? Asia. What is your brother's name? Shay. Jessica, all good? Please ask if you have any questions, okay? We are here to learn. Don't be afraid to ask any questions, okay? Jimmy, all good? You finished quickly. Now I'm going to teach you law number 3. Right. Law number 3 is this. 5, 6 divided by 5, 2. But you should have same base, different powers, dividing each other. Dividing each other. You can see same base 5, 5. Different powers, yeah, 6, 2. Dividing each other, yeah, 5, 6 divided by 5, 2, yeah. Right? So there is a structure. If that happens, powers are subtracting. If that happens, powers are subtracting. What do you mean by that? 5, you have 6 over here, minus 2. Powers are subtracting. So it's going to be 5, 4. That's the answer. All good? Okay, couple of examples. What do you do now? So what would be the answer here? Division 10 minus 6 minus 5. 10 minus 0. Yep. Next one. You have to understand the powers are subtractive. See, minus 6 subtractive 5 here. So now if you have this 10 minus 6, 10 minus 5, what it would be? Kesha? Huh? Kehan. Oh. Kesha. Correct? What is the answer?
10 to the power minus 1.
10 to the power
Minus 1.
minus 1. Around. Same. Amasha, what is the answer? Jesse, what is the answer? Please do it quickly. You got the answer, right? Yeah. What is the answer?
I got 10 to the power minus 1.
Minus 1. Sheldon,
I got 10. I got 10 to the power minus 1.
minus 1. Ketu,
I got 10 to the power minus
minus 1. Good. You got the same?
1. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so how do you do that? Again, very easy. Look. 10 minus 6 minus the other one, minus 1. You can see here 6 is here, 2 is here, minusing, right? So minus 6 is here, minus 5 is here, minusing each other, right? Now, if you have something like this, you will see something like this in the future. Similar stuff you will see in the future, like minus minus together. If you have that, what do you do?
So we have minus minus. Minus minus equals plus. What is like negative
Very
root?
good. So if you have that, this is what you do mathematically. Minus 6 minus minus 5 you have, right? You put a bracket like this. These technical things you have to pick, right? If you see something like that again, then you have to remember, oh, I see. So this structure is there, I have to put a bracket. Okay, so this is how we learn math. Okay. Now, as Hesher told, Hesher, right? Minus multiplied with minus, because these are multiplication, right? Because if there is a bracket, there is a multiplication here. Minus minus is going to be plus. So it's going to be 10 minus 6 plus 5. Answer would be 10 minus 5. Understand? Maya. Amasha. Got it? Okay, this one. Okay, so. Okay, this is a small test, okay? We'll see how you perform. 10 minus 2, minus 3, 10 5, minus 1, divided by 10 3. All together. Hmm? Say it again. Yeah.
Yeah, 10 to the power 3 means 10 times 10 times 10. But that is not going to work here, right? I mean, we are playing with the powers now. 10 to the power 3 is not the answer. That's what is the answer. Do it, do it, do it, do it. What's the answer?
10 to the power 12.
That is it, no. What is it?
10 to the power minus 14.
Sheldon? Any answer? No. Do it quickly, please. If you have any fundamental question, when you are thinking, if you have a fundamental question, please ask. In the exam, you get questions so that you use your fundamental knowledge, right? In math, don't think that you will ever get a question that you have done before. In my entire life, I have done so many math examinations, right, in my life. I didn't see any of the question in the paper which I have done before. I have done so many papers when I was preparing for a test by myself, right? Even in BCE, even in your level, even more than that. I have never seen a question which I have done before for practicing. All the questions I have seen in the paper are brand new. So what I had to do personally, I have to use my experience, my knowledge, my thinking, and the knowledge I have absorbed here. So I have to deposit this here, right? So I had to retrieve one by one and relate and do the question. That is how math is. Yeah? Okay. So this question, again similar. Okay. So you have to think how to use index laws to get this done. Yeah.
I just made it again. Is it 10 to the power minus 9?
10 to the power.
Minus 9?
Don't give up. Do it. Keshav, 2 answers.
I don't know.
Oh, that's fine.
I have 2 of them, but I don't know if they're right.
That's fine. What is the first one?
10 to the power 7.
Okay, what is the next one?
10 to the power of 11.
Both in there. Amasha, I'm waiting for you. Do it. I'm waiting for your answers. Brandon, do it.
Is it 10 to the power 22nd?
20, sir. No.
Only
You did have. Okay. Okay, that I will teach you there. But at least, like, you know, like there are few steps here, right? You have to do few steps to get the answer, right? At least show me few legitimate steps, right? I don't need the final answer. Do the first legitimate step. Then I will say, okay, this makes sense. Then we'll go from there. Otherwise, if I give you the answer, this answer, I'm going to spoon feed you. If I spoon feed you, you guys are happy, but end of the day, you can't do the exam properly. Do some proof.
Is it that one answer? Is it 10 minus 4?
Minus?
4?
I need to see.
Is it 10 to the...
Power 10?
this- Yeah.
No. Okay. How do you get that? Like not life? You connect, right? There's no. So what yours is? Second, right? Second. you missed 10 to the power. Where is the denominator? There is a 10 to the power 3 in the denominator. Can I take over? Can I take over? Okay. So I will write this one. Yes, so we can see. 10 minus 2, look at this guys, minus 3. Minus 1 divided by 10. Okay, now everybody, look at the board. I will give the reasoning while I'm doing it. And then match your knowledge with my reasoning. Make sense? Yeah.
Oh, is that 10 to the power 3?
Yeah.
You did 8. Yeah.
You took it as 8?
Yeah, that's what
Okay, so I'll give you 1 minute. Do the question. Okay. I'll give you 1 minute. Quick. That is 10 to the power 3. Why minus 6 here? Minus minus? Multiply? Do you understand now that positive minus, positive and negative is very important, right? To change it, do. Yep, sure. Come share. Hey, sure. Okay, so let me do this. Look at this, guys. Okay, so I'm explaining it. See whether you can, see whether my explanation makes sense to you. 10 minus 2 minus 3. If you look into this one, this block, if you look into this one, what would be your thinking?
minus 2 times minus 3.
Index law number 2. Index law number 2. Yeah. So index law number 2 means this is power of a power. If you have power of a power, it would be 10 minus 2 multiplied with minus 2 minus 3 is going to be plus 6. Minus 2 multiplied with minus 3 plus 6. Grade 4 math. Right? Then, okay, now again. So this part is done. Come back to here. This multiplication I'm going to copy. No rocket science, okay? It's just you can visualize everything. I'm going to copy this multiplication over there. Yeah? What about here then? When you look at this, what is your understanding? Again, index law number 2. So power of a power, so 5 times minus 1 is going to be minus 5. So it's going to be 10 minus 5. Divide by, you copy this one, 10 3. Any question? Makes sense, right? Everything is under one drop. Yeah. Now, we will consider this and that. Right? The next question you should be asking, can you consider this and that? Yeah, you can. I'm going to consider this, look at the board. I'm going to consider this with this. Yeah? The next question you should ask, whether I can consider this with this or this with this. Right? Yes, you can. Your steering wheel is under your hand, in your hand, under your control. It's up to you to turn left or right or go straight.
if you are doing your math, you can take this and that, or this and that, or this and that. It's up to you. Why? Because this is multiplication, these two are dividing, these two are dividing. Okay? I'm going to take these two. So what is this one? What is this one? If I'm going to take these two, what rule I'm going to apply there?
Is it number 1?
Rule number 1. Rule number 1. Rule number 1 would be 10, 6 plus minus 5 divided by 10, 3. If you simplify, you get 10, 1 divided by 10, 3. Right?
Yes, I'm good so far.
All good? Any questions? Because I'm going to give you another question. That's why I'm asking for further clarifications. If you have any questions, please let me know, because the next question you have to do by yourself. Yeah.
Why did the power become 1?
Because 6 plus minus 5 is 1. So, if you have something like that, I told you, you put something like this, then plus times minus is minus. So, look at this. 6, Nathu, look at this. If you have something like this, plus multiplied with minus, minus. So 6 minus 5, right? 6 minus 5, 1. That's 1. Okay, now I'm going to copy this one again. 10, 3 here. Now when you look into this, then what? What is that structure?
Is it division?
Rule number 3. Division. So rule number 3 means 10, 1 minus 3. 1 minus 3 means 10 minus 2 is the answer. Okay? So write it down properly and then ready for the next question. I think we'll come back to this later. I need to clear these things first. Second test question. Simplify. So in exams, you get questions like this you have never seen before. So use your brain, use your concept, fundamentals to nail down the question. Okay, start it now quick.
answer?
I think so.
Huh? Oh, you got the answer? Huh? What is the answer?
I need to. Is it 10 to the power 14?
Correct answer. Brandon.
Still waiting, yeah.
So you have to be faster than me, okay? You have any question, please ask if you have any questions. Jesse? Okay, no. Do that, please. Wait. Rachel, can you do this question on the board? Can you do this
Go,
on the board?
go to, like, explain it on the
Oh.
board.
I'll be your student, okay?
So, this. So we take these two, and from the law number 2, we times these two,
Okay,
and so that equals 10 to the power 10.
okay.
10 to the power 10.
Okay, what law is that?
I think it's the second one.
Second one. Good.
Times what 10 to the power minus 3 times 10 to the power 2 in brackets to the power minus 1. So we times the minus 3 by the minus 5. So minus 3 times minus 5.
Okay,
So I turn that positive.
okay.
It's 10, 15, 10 to the power 15.
Okay, you hold on. Why I'm asking him to do it, because you have to understand when he is doing it, how his thinking process is going on. Because when I am on the board, you might think, oh, I am the teacher, right? Oh, this guy is no better, right? So maybe this is not catchable, right? Now, can you see how your friend is explaining it? Can you see like maybe the wording is different, but can you see like he's explaining the way I'm explaining or something? Right? So that means why I put him on the board to convince you that you have to be like that. Understand? Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so then we take, so we put another power 2, that's how I did it. Then we take 10 to the power 2, and then we times that
Which one you are
times
multiplying? Which one you are
this,
multiplying?
this
With?
with the minus 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then that will equal to 2 times minus 5. I put that as minus 10.
Okay. Okay.
And then underneath here,
Hmm.
minus 3.
Okay.
And then we take these two together
Okay.
and we add them together. So
Okay.
15 plus
You are adding what?
these two powers
Very good. Okay.
plus minus 10.
Okay.
And so these two
Okay.
they equal minus.
Okay. Very good.
So 15 minus 10 is 5.
Okay.
And so now we have 10 to the power of 10 times 10 to the power of 5.
Okay.
And as a denominator, we have 10 to the power of minus 3.
Okay.
And then with that, we add these together. So that'll be
Add what together?
so these two powers again.
Why?
Like,
Why?
because we simplify these two.
Using what rule?
I think this is rule number 1.
Very good.
And so that will be 10 to the power of 15. And underneath it will be 10 to the power of minus 3.
Okay.
And that equals. So we have to take these two powers
Mm-hmm.
and we take away the minus 3 from 15. So minus 3.
Okay. What rule is that?
And that will. I think it's rule 1 3.
Rule number 3. Very
This is
good.
division. And then we take these two,
Mm-hmm.
and this equals, so minus and minus equal plus.
Minus times minus is plus. Yes.
Minus times this. And then we plus these two together. So
Okay.
15
Uh-huh.
plus 3
Uh-huh.
is 18.
Uh-huh.
So now we have 18. That's the answer. But oh, sorry, 10 to the power of 18. Because these two are bases. So we take these two.
Okay. Can you understand? Can you see? Now I'm sitting here. I was drilling him, right? What is the rule? Y minus, y plus. Did you see he was stumbling? Did you see that he was shaking? No, right? Okay. That is what? That is how we have to get the training. Right? He's up to the mark. If he's up to the mark, 100% I'm going to tell he's up to the mark. That is my duty. I'll be very honest. He's up to the mark, yeah. But down the road, I don't know. I encourage him to be more than what he is now. Right? But right now you can see, everybody can see like he's doing the question as I'm doing the question. Only the handwriting is different. Explanation, you can see minus 3 to minus 5, man, on target. Yeah? So this kind of work is very much important, right? So now your friend is doing it, so now you know what kind of attitude you should be having when you are doing math. All good? Yes, very good. Okay, any other question? Anything that you didn't understand? No? Okay, let me redo this question in my way. Okay? So I should get the same answer, right? Okay, let's try. So I'm looking into this. Law number 1, law number 2, 5 times 2 is 10. He simply explained that. Times. Now what he did, he was multiplying this with this, because this is power of a power, you can see the bracket, and then later he multiplied this with this. That's what he did, right?
You can see that on the video, how he did. But I'm not going to do it that way. What I will do, I will consider this inside. If I consider inside first, 10 to the power minus 3, 10 to the power minus 2, I'm going to use law number 1. Right? If I use law number 1, bases, common bases, powers are additive. So 10 minus 3 plus 2 minus 1. This minus 5 I'm going to put here. Yeah. Then the denominator 10 minus 3 I'm going to copy. Now what is this again? Power of a power. Rule number 2. So that would be 10 times 10 minus 1 times minus 5 plus 5. When you are experienced enough, you can just get the answer like that, right? I think in couple of hours time, days time, he will do it. Why? How he was doing? He got this minus 1, right? And then times minus 5. Yeah. So then he sort of do this and say plus blah 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 blah. Right? But very good, right? But you should be able to do it later on in your head. Divide by 10 minus 3. Again, when you look into these two, again law number 1. 10, powers are additive, 15. 10 plus 5, 15. Divide by 10 minus 3. Yeah? Now what is this law? Law number 3. Division. 10, 15 minus 3. Yeah? So I am 100% sure that he doesn't have a problem with this kind of stuff. Minus, plus, minus. Because he knows how to get that, right? So minus multiplied with minus is going to be positive. So 10, 15 positive 3 is 18. All good? Yep. So maintain your standing up to that level. That is what my requirement is, okay? And as you all know, this is a pre-selective school class. In couple of months' time, this year November, you will be officially a selective school student. That means you are badly targeting Nazar, Melbourne High, Macro, that's it, right? Susan Korean, those. So, and most of your sisters, brothers are in Nazar too. Your sister is Nazar, your brother is Nazar, right? So you have this exposure, I don't know others. Right? You might have the exposure. Right? So you know how it works, right?